Hey there everyone, it's Kbot here, and I wanted to provide some real quick context for what you're about to watch. In the War was a competitive Turf War only tournament hosted by Sendou and friends on September 20th, 2020. During the bracket stage, I turned on my Twitch stream and did some live analysis of the games on overhead view. I'm hoping to do more of these styles of streams in the future, including for ranked modes, so make sure you head on over to my Twitch channel so you don't miss them. I'll try to upload as many onto YouTube as possible, but I can't make any promises. This video shows the quarterfinals match between Woomy TW, Alexai, Zekken, SkoXay, and Erza versus Greed Island, Noctis, Gator, Synapse, and Gone. I hope you enjoy. Okay, cool. Let's see. So Turf War Inkblot Art Academy. We know that Inkblot is one of those more lockouty kinds of maps. In general, high-level Turf War plays very similar to Splat Zones, in my opinion. The only difference is that basically it's only you take a snapshot at the end, and whoever has control of the zone at the end wins. I think that's like the closest analogy that I've found. Is that the 273rd rendition of Kenneth Buttocks. Something like that, Kyo. How you doing? Kyo, thanks for the follow. Twitch alerts are on. I'm probably not going to pay attention if they get really distracting. I'll take off my headset because that's pretty much the only thing that's coming through my headset right now. Alright. Cool. Let's see what these teams have. We figure that Synapse is probably going to be playing 52 gal. We figured that Gator's probably going to be taking shots. Erza's probably taking shot. Noctis is playing Silver Era Spray. Oh, I just realized that, like, I could stick with one color pretty much this whole time. Interested to see how this how the slasher comes into play. Seeing as how, you know, you wouldn't think of that being something that paints a bunch. We also noticed that Gator's going to be playing perhaps a little bit more of a support role, going to be charging up and just painting overall. It's actually kind of interesting how Greed Island has already taken pretty much control of mid. Already now with a double kill, they're going to continue pressing their advantage. And in an ideal world, they probably don't want to overstep their bounds here. And this is why I like them playing conservative, because again, like, we are insanely early on into this game. So there's absolutely zero need to, like, do any of that. And you'll notice that's exactly what they're doing. It's Woomy TM that's going to need to charge up their specials for a little while longer. And they're about to come up with those. Noctis is kind of sitting here on the flank, has a baller at the ready, but is not really going to be able to do much, because that's one of the reasons why the air spray just isn't picked, is because it gets pretty much outranged and outfought by everything. Gonna pop the baller, try to push on forward. Zekken nearly gets caught off guard. Now in the 2v3 situation on this side, Noctis goes down. Gon's got to go down as well. And this break back in didn't really matter here for this side. Now, it's worth noting, I like this strong holding position, but we have to consider, like, I'd like to see SkoXay start painting a bunch here, because you guys have so much of your area of the map that you have not yet painted. And now is the time that we should probably start considering that. Erza is going to go ahead and do that now, going down. And actually, we do see this yellow side breaking back on in to try to take care of some business here. Zay is going to try to lock things down. And actually, now this 1v1 could decide which way direction mid goes, assuming that these three mid respawn and rush back in. It's actually going to make a 2v1. That's going to be this player going down. And now it's the yellow squad, Woomy TM, with control of the map. So that's good for them here. And as we kind of saw earlier, it's generally going to be easier for them to hold this. Now, that's worth noting here that Noctis probably needs to stop getting caught out on his own. Because anytime he really does that, anytime he gets engaged on, he's going to go down. Now we start to see them stepping perhaps a little bit too far forward. Synapse goes down. It's a 2-on situation. Actually, now it's a 2v2. Noctis, please don't fight this with a baller. Is going to just back off to safety here. Hopefully hold this line. 30 seconds left to go here, which means this team needs to start pushing back in, and it looks like they're going to start to do that. Incomer gets popped, Sucking Bomb Launcher going to come on through as well, and the response is the 10 missiles from the other side, which is pretty weak right now, and you'll notice how fast this area of the map is shifting color. Now, Noctis goes down here to Alexai, actually on the tap shots there with the charger. Is going to go down as well, and that's actually the complete wipe, and that's the game. So, yeah. Pretty much always comes down to the last little bit of time. That's the way it is. 10% difference. And that 10% is mostly the zone, I think. Dang, 3-2. This is basically, this is his Earth plus Dura. This match just finished. I have no idea why that match was taking so long. Okay. Ancho-V Games, I think, is the pick. I believe it's the counter pick. Because there aren't any map strikes. So, logic from Woomy TM is they probably think that Aerospray can just play a little bit better. Because generally, you're probably going to be able to get away with Aerospray more on Ancho-V that is just generally more walled off than Inkblot. Seeing as how Inkblot, you can kind of approach things from a lot of different angles. There's a lot of open space. Ancho-V, there isn't exactly that. There is a little bit of open space, but it's also not nearly to the degree that Inkblot was. Cool. Similar composition, and I think that's pretty much the same composition. So that's fine, though we're not seeing that change up. We noticed that, you know, already this area of the map has not been painted, which is just something that this side of Greed Island is going to have to remember for later. They almost didn't remember it last game, but we'll see if they come on through here with the next one. Erza goes down here, actually does get Noctis there, and that's, again, weakness of the Aerospray. And obviously, the Aerospray is picked because it's a very good painting weapon, right? But actually, I mean, okay, look. Zekken and Zay are just super far pushed forward. Now Zekken's going to go down, I would think, because everyone's going to start actually aggressing him. Or he's just going to back away. Okay, the incomer comes on through as well, so now they should probably just try to collapse around here and pick up this 2v2, make it a 3v2, so win this fight, please, and move on. Okay, that took a little bit longer than I think I was expecting, but that's fine too. Yeah, okay. So, once again, control of mid here in the hands of Greed Island. And it's going to be just easier for them to hopefully just choke out the other side. Nice pick here, being very cautious of the flank. Have to be careful of another one that might be coming, though. Because now they're actually all starting to push up. I think they've now realized this, and Alexai has now turned his attention back that direction. So that's good there. Incomer's going to come on through to make sure that they can take care of this kill. They're doing a good job of locking down this path into zone because Alexai, once that's known, can just like turn his attention back there. So I do kind of like the charger pick here, being a little bit more of the flexor. And this is actually just anchor composition, anchor play. That looks like a sailboat. That looks more like an anchor. Holding down control of the middle because you'll notice that they've pretty much been doing that for the past bit of time straight. So that's good stuff there. These guys all need to charge up here. Gone. I don't know why you were starting to push forward without much of anything. Just immediately got taken out there on that slosher, especially being pushed up there alone. Once again, actually, we noticed that there isn't so much of an ink armor here, so it's going to be really difficult for this composition to force itself back in. Somehow, though, with the 10 missiles, they were able to back off, and they're still waiting on ink armor to come online, but Erza goes down, actually. That's going to be huge here, and that actually could very well be the game for Woomy TM. Gon's going to start to push on forward, but Alexai gets gone yet again. Gato's going to go back and try to paint up this area of mid, but now with Synapse going down, this is going to pretty much just be an effective base race here as Noctis continues painting, and this is where the Aerospray excels, when it can just do whatever it wants alone. Throws that Sprinkler there to get a little bit more paint as well, and oh boy, this is going to be a close one. I think... Okay. Interesting. That actually looked like it was a lot larger of a margin than I expected to. Erza only has 10 because of probably assists. I actually don't really know. We're going to try to look back at this because okay, I wasn't able to get the push here. So at this moment in the game, you'll notice, I'll use a different color here. So this area isn't painted, this area is painted. And Noctis is just going to be able to continue putting out a bunch of paint, as I was mentioning earlier. I need to press the A button. So I actually, like, I actually have no idea how yellow won. Yeah, because, like, this, okay, this area of the map isn't painted. This is a little crudely painted, but, like, that's also kind of met with the same on this side. I guess it literally was just the aerospray that comes on through. I think this, the sprinkler here at the end plays a large role. Interesting. I don't know. I wasn't installing the game, I guess. Probably didn't paint the lower part of the map, the fan. Yeah. Didn't paint the sniping street either. I guess. Alright, so Woomy TM has a score of 1. I need to find a better way than, like, just editing text, but, we don't have that, do we? Who wants my attention? I don't think anyone wants my attention. Cool. Skipper Pavilion is the counter pick back the other direction. Skipper Pavilion's in the Koshin map list. I would not have expected that. Okay. Well. This will be interesting. I just don't know exactly how this one's going to play out. That'd be the counter pick of Great Island, who's been running the Charger. So I guess maybe, like, all things considered, the Charger pick is just something else. Oh, I've been meaning to hit the X button. Sub abilities are enabled too, by the way, and actually going for Bronze Aerospray, which I think I kind of like because that Booyah Bomb you can just kind of throw here and it's just going to do a lot more paint output. There, already see a Booyah Bomb. We're literally 15 seconds into the game. Also, Gone switching over to the Kensa Machine is interesting because the Kensa Machine, I guess, the benefit of the machine is probably the Fizzy Bomb. The con of the machine is that the main weapon paints a little bit less. Oh, yeah, true. Also, Vanilla Jet Squelcher. I guess if you were going for a Jet Squelcher, it makes sense. Also, Jet Squelcher does kind of paint quite a bit. Like, half of the reason why it's such a good Ray bot is because it paints a lot. And then also because, you know, you can run Special Charge up on that, obviously, to get it even more. But enough talking about the actual compositions. We've wasted a minute through of game time, and it's really difficult to tell what exactly is going on. Gator's just kind of up here, AFK, painting the map, which is good. You probably want that. Synapse is going to... I'd like to see Synapse just hold this. Please hold this. I guess you didn't know that Alexai was coming back over here, but now it's going to come back down and paint a little bit more. I would like to see someone holding this area right now for Woomy TM. And you'll notice that because there wasn't anyone holding that area, and Gator was just kind of been here painting literally every square inch of this area, is now, like, having difficulty holding that on his own. Hello? Question mark? I don't know how that happened. I guess that was just a well-placed inkjet shot from SkoXay. So was able to jump back, and you'll notice that kind of the two mid areas are different. Now Erza goes down. Gator was trying to anchor this position, but just could not. And that's, again, one of the reasons why I think maybe someone else here for the yellow side sitting about here would have been beneficial. But now they're kind of the ones that are in a deficit. They're the ones that are going to have to break back in here. And Gator's trying to do his best. Hopefully can try to find a kill here onto Erza. We're actually going to see what the decision-making is, because now they have lost complete control of the entire map. I think I have teams mixed up. Great Island is Noctis pickup. I'll take another look in a moment. Maybe I have them mixed up, maybe I don't. Erza goes down, which is good. Gator can start to paint the rest of this, and I like Synapse's position. Please just hold this position. I also don't get killed by Alexai, which is probably easier said than done. But you'll notice, once again, controls kind of shifted back the other direction. Synapse, paint this area. This area is left unpainted. If you're checking your map, you would know that. But now the engagement's going to come down as all 4 members of the purple side are going to rush on through here. Booyah Bomb is going to get charged up to try to paint a little bit more at the last second. But I think purple's got this. This is going to be another really close one. This is just a complete cluster because everyone was super spread out. Also, why is game audio not coming through? Or no, it was just paused there for a moment. Yellow. Okay. Gotta be honest, I don't really know how that one happened either. I really wish they had their, You might be right in the fact that I have them switched. Map values certain areas weirdly. Yeah, true. I think yellow did get most of the map. I didn't save a replay, unfortunately. The yellow probably just did get most of the map in general. It was a little bit spotty. And I think that, like, if more decisive play was made by purple and they were able to push back in, they probably would have been able to take it. Yeah, okay, you're right that I do have these switched around the wrong way. Properties. Woomy TM. Can't make most of the enemies with main weapons, so BO's good. Yeah. I agree. I should hit the A button. Turf War on Mako. Mako or Mako, one of the two. You are correct for once. Well, we'll just load in the game and see what happens. Enough of this hypotheticals. Tri-Slosher? And L3 men on the other side. Erza is actually going to go back over to Bucket. Bucket makes sense, especially given like all of the slight elevation changes when you're able to just kind of slosh over this given area of the map. And Tri-Slosh makes, I mean, for the same reason, kind of makes sense as well. But the Tri-Slosher is going to have to play... Actually, Tri-Slosh and Aerospray probably play very similar in Turf War. And both are going to get a little bit dented on by armor, as we see there. Kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Erza also just kind of moved too far forward without the rest of the team. Gon went down there, I assume, to a bomb or something. Now SkoXay is kind of caught off guard in the 1v2. Zekken and Noctis is just kind of diving in once again. Noctis is just trying to go for all of the plays here on the Tri-Slosher. He's able to find one before going down. And I like this hold right now. I'd like to see Gon start to move a little bit further forward. We'll also notice that this area of the map has been painted. This entire area of the map has been painted, though, for this side of Woomy TW. So have to be careful of that as well. Alexai now, of course, heard me and is going to go ahead and take care care of a large part of that. But again, like, this area isn't really painted. This area isn't really painted. So as we start to get closer and closer where your time is going to become more valuable, you're probably going to want to consider painting this stuff more. Gon is going to step forward. Noctis can't really do much of anything except continue trying to paint. And now, because Gon stepped too far forward, Noctis is just going to run into a 1v2 and is going to go down there immediately as well. Gator, please back away here a little bit. You probably don't want to die in this instance. Synapse is going to continue trying to throw bombs here and backing away as well, but gets picked off by SkoXay thanks to a little bit of an increased range of that nozzle nose. And now, yeah, this team is just going to kind of be clustered up for at least a temporary time. I wonder if Woomy TM is giving too much respect to the Tenna missiles, because I feel like anytime there's Tenna missiles, they just immediately start retreating. And that really allows much of this map to start getting covered back the other direction. Minute left in the game. Best of 5, yes. Sorry, that's not actually up there. Erza pops the baller here, but really didn't do much of anything with it other than stay alive. The Tenna missiles come in. And again, I like that stepping forward actually coming in. From Woomy TM. Erza is not going to win that 1v1. Noctis is now going to try to rotate back on down. Probably the winner of this engagement here is going to win the game, but no engagement is made. SkoXay and Synapse are kind of locked in a duel once again on this bottom side. Ink Armor, though, is actually going to come on through here. It's going to allow Synapse to step on forward. SkoXay is going to get caught off. Gator stepping forward as well onto Erza, but he has the power of the Slosher. Can't quite seem to do anything. It's now costing 2v1. That's going to be the 3-down situation, and we are going to a Game 5, almost certainly. Zekken goes down here once again. In an ideal world, a lot of this stuff would get painted up, but I do actually like the alternate strategy of just trying to make sure that they're contained in their base, and that is going to be the game. Or actually, no, we're not going to a Game 5 because I had the teams mixed up or something. So that is going to be the 3-1 set.